This time next year, Americans on TikTok may be a thing of the past.
The bill is passed without objection.
On Saturday, when the House passed a bill to force Beijing-based ByteDance to sell TikTok, an eventual ban of the popular app started to look inevitable.
The idea that we would give the Communist Party this much of a propaganda tool, as well as the ability to scrape 170 million Americans' personal data, it is a national security risk.
ByteDance does not want to sell, and even if it did, China has indicated it would not allow it. Export controls allow its government to prevent the sale of TikTok's algorithm. TikTok, which is headquartered in Los Angeles and Singapore, plans to fight back. In an internal memo to staff, the company said if the bill becomes law, they would challenge it in court. It's likely they'd argue the same thing they have in public, that a ban violates the First Amendment.
We're spending $2 billion to make sure that we're keeping TikTok safe. We have a US-led team.
TikTok executives trying to counter Washington's narrative.
We have not been asked for any data by the Chinese government, and we have never provided it.
But according to recent reporting, during meetings with congressional staff, Chinese embassy officials sought to claim the company as Chinese. The Senate will start voting on this as soon as Tuesday, and it is expected to pass. The president says he supports the text and is eager to sign it into law. Then, the countdown on TikTok's presence in the U.S. begins. ByteDance would have 9 months to sell TikTok to a buyer that is not controlled by a foreign adversary. The president could then grant a 3-month extension if a viable sale isn't yet finalized. Some of the 170 million Americans on TikTok aren't shy about what they think.
This is going to be the reason why I hate the federal government.
Like, the government can take away a literal app on our phones, and we're supposed to believe we're free?
The timing of the expected law gives its supporters some cover. Its ultimate result wouldn't be clear until after the November election. On Capitol Hill, I'm Atra El-Nashar reporting.